Hey, good morning, guys. I'm going to start my morning by doing my normal thing. I have a lot of dishes. Somebody made a joke over on Blue Sky about how the funny thing about everything, like when it comes to like who else here? Gosh, I am just not prepared. Okay. Start by saying that my ears a little weird, a little bit weird this morning, and I decided to immediately eat a banana because I thought I might faint, which was kind of really weird. I'm also leaning into taking my everyday dose. I take this every day, well, when I can. Um, I was really disappointed. I didn't want to break my fast this early, but I'm anemic and I feel weird today, so I'm going to listen to my body. I'm going to go ahead and break my fast. This is aptly titled breakfast because I am making breakfast, but that wasn't my intention. So, fun thing about living without extra tools and extra things in the house, you have to make do with what you have. So this is me making do with what I have. And I don't know if this is even hot anymore because it's been sitting here for a little bit. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? It's just warm. Anyway, we got a new stove yesterday. Everything is going really well with it. I think it's nice. It's a little bit more compact than I would have preferred, but for what it does and for what it is, I think it works fine. Um, it's been an adjustment. We have all this room in our kitchen. Anyway, let me wrap around to what I was saying earlier about somebody on Blue Sky mentioned, like, is anyone else's making a meal start with or begin with cleaning the kitchen, because that's what we're doing. That's what we have to do first. So I had my kid come in here and help me with some of the dishes. It's been cool to homeschool because the kids have an opportunity to see what goes on here. Like, we learn real life skills, and I feel like we've been focusing a lot on real life skills for a little bit now. I'd like to just get some more of the academics, but for what it's worth, I think it's going really well. And these life skills are important. They need to know how to boil an egg, make toast, do simple tasks. I think it's wild that they don't teach that stuff in school anymore. Like, they don't even have home ec or whatever. And I'm like, what the heck is that? So anyway, I make a really simple breakfast for the kids. Again, still have tons of dishes to do first. So I'm going to knock these out first. I was in the middle of cleaning my Dutch oven. And one of the worst parts about this new oven is that I have an air fryer inside. So if I can actually figure out how to use everything the way I'd like to, I probably won't be keeping my two air fryers anymore, which would actually save me a lot of space because a lot of the appliances I have, I don't necessarily need everything, but I really need to see if it's going to work. So today I'm going to try out the bacon on a regular tray and use the air fry setting and see if that works. I'm also going to make some broccoli, egg and cheese, eggs, you know, and then I'm going to make French toast. That's the thing that the kids really want. So I was not planning to make the bacon. I have to make the bacon because we're out of sausage. I have like 6 pieces of sausage left. So for these 6 pieces, I'm going to go ahead and throw these on the tray as well. So we'll have bacon and sausage. We have a really solid breakfast. I was trying to keep the kids off of electronics this morning, but it doesn't seem like that's happening. So good morning to everyone. Good morning to you. If you guys want to say hello, good morning. I am Renee. I am honest and unbiased, and I am based in Chicago. This is my Gen Con mug, my Gen Con shirt, and this is my life. So if you don't follow my content regularly, please hit the follow button. Remember to subscribe and to continue to follow along for content like this. My content is kind of all over the place. Like, when I say no niche, I really mean no niche. And it's because I don't want to be pegged as one type of creator over another. Now, I will say people appreciate my food cooking recipe videos. I think they appreciate my personality as well. But mostly, I joke around a lot. I have a lot of fun with it. And, honestly, being on live is terrifying. It's awful. It's scary. And it's only something that I'm doing now on YouTube because I have to. So please drop comments. I don't know how to use this thing, so I don't even know if I'm doing it right. This tastes like soap. So this is Everyday Dose Matcha. It's just not hot enough. Everyday Dose Matcha and some oat milk. A very simple breakfast. Well, start to my morning. I did steam the broccoli, so if you are here to learn how to cook, I will be cooking very shortly. Put that back in there. finish up washing the dishes because that's all I need to do. So one of the things I mentioned earlier about using the stove and the air fryer is some of the things that we have here, like some of the dishes that I have literally here on the counter that I'm washing, are actually dishes that are related to appliances or the things that I'd probably put in the oven. But if I'm going to be using the oven as an air fryer, I can't really do that. So what I'm going to do is just put these to the side. And like I said, when I get rid of those other two air fryers, I'll have so much more space. That's all it is. I just have a bunch of appliances everywhere. So in the meantime, I will be moving that. And then what else? So it looks a little bit messy right now. I've been doing dishes for like an hour now, I feel like. Just organizing, getting the kids ready, and getting everything set up so I can make a really cool breakfast. But a lot of my content is also about organizing, decluttering, but mostly about mental health. So that's where I peg myself as far as like a niche is concerned. It's really close to mental health. If I'm going to say a niche in anything, it's mental health. So I think it's important to be yourself and all those things. All the cliches that they tell you as a kid that nobody listens to. I think it's really important to maintain that. And I just turned 40. So I feel like I have a wealth of knowledge that I can share with people that, revolves around boundaries or being safe and conversations, relationships, friendships, with our family. I don't have a particularly treacherous family. Actually, I have a pretty cool family, but I am seeing some of the issues that I guess I didn't see before. And because of that, it's causing me to think and rethink how I approach everything I do in life, which is really cool if you think about it. Not everybody has that kind of opportunity to do that. And I will say, for what it's worth, my family is mostly safe. They're mostly just really sarcastic and have a lot of trauma stuff. But a lot of that it's worked out through sarcasm. So because I see that, because I know that, I've seen recently more and more how those things have affected me. So what I'm looking at is like Christmas, when somebody makes a comment about the way me or one of my kids is dressed or something. And I'm like, wow, I didn't realize they were so particular about what we look like, what we dress like. I always thought my family was like super cool and accepting, and it's like, oh shoot, they're really not actually. They just tear you apart the moment you enter the door, and that was an eye opener to me. And I probably would have never seen it. It's only because I saw them do that with my daughter that I was like, yo, uncool. Like, don't talk to my kid that way, and don't talk about her clothing. Or, I'm the first to defend my kids, which is something I'm very proud of and very happy to be a part of. I think I'm an excellent mother. When it comes to not when it comes to homeschool. I'm kidding. But when it comes to like protecting my young, like I care very much for them, and I don't want them to have to be in situations or in a room with people that they feel uncomfortable with. So if ever they're uncomfortable, then it's my job to make sure that we get them comfortable. So that's what I have noticed as far as like working through stuff with my family and working through stuff on my own. And I think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool opportunity for me to show the kids that I'm on their side. I think we all grew up with like the old school family of like the elders are in charge, the elders are more important, and everything that they say, that's what goes. And, let's even consider the fact of like, I think how some people grew up. I grew up certainly similar to this. I was able to have my own voice and I was able to speak and be my own person, but there was definitely like, don't speak unless spoken to in some arenas and areas. So when I think about that and I think about how I can just be a voice for my kids, that's really important to me. So sorry, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Let's start a poll. Why would we start a poll? What is this? Yeah. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how to make stuff not be stuff here. It's really weird to try and get used to a live. I'm not used to being on live at all. I did just sign up for Twitch. I'm on Red Note. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on X. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on YouTube, clearly. I do like YouTube. I think for me, I always thought YouTube was like for real professionals. And then I realized that I'm also a professional. So here we are at this point, like really learning this craft. I definitely consider it an artistic endeavor. Um, I was really impressed or really encouraged. Somebody said yesterday that it takes them about 12 hours to edit a video. And I was like, holy crap, guys, like 12 hours for a video. And I see the videos he puts out and I'm like, okay, I just need to spend more time on my video. So I definitely feel like we're learning. We're in an interesting place. I wasn't around for Vine. Vine was not something that was in my wheelhouse. I was having babies, getting married, all those things. So to me, social media, Vine, I don't really know anything about it. But I assume that this like deep sadness of what people are going through when it comes to TikTok is exactly what people experience with Vine. The only difference is that now it's like an older group of people and it's affecting like not just content creators, but it's affecting people's like livelihoods and small businesses and things like that. I'm not sure if Vine did that because I really, really was never there. So, and I don't even know what happened. I just know that it closed down, but whatever, or shut down, whatever it is. I definitely think there is something to be said about the great loss that is TikTok. I think when it comes to the community, like that's the part I'm really sad about. I think a lot of the stuff I see on TikTok, it's like crafting or food or things like that, but it's the engagement that I get from people that are like mutuals or that I follow or they follow me or whatever. And it's just been such a unique experience that we didn't have that on Facebook, Meta, whatever. We didn't have that on Instagram. I feel like Instagram is kind of terrible because it doesn't seem like anything. Like Instagram just seems like Instagram, and I don't get much engagement. It's really just for real between me and my friends, me and my what are we called, millennials, millennials or elder millennials, um, because all my friends are on there, so we send memes back and forth and things like that. But like that's all it's good for. Sorry, I don't know how loud this is, but I'm almost done. I'm almost done doing the dishes so I can get ready to finally make breakfast. So, if you could do me a favor if you're watching, can you just drop a comment so I know what that looks like and how that is, like what that is? I'd appreciate that. If you can. If you can't, no worries. Just keep watching. It's cool. I appreciate you being here anyway. Littles. So anyway, we're gonna get right to breakfast. Breakfast, like I mentioned, is going to be a very simple French toast because I'm kind of a one note parent, French toast. There's a lot of prep here. That's what I see is happening. There's a lot of prep in the beginning of this. So the stove is new. I think I need to move it just a little bit to the side, but then I'll have like this extra space. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. I don't know what's happening. I am going to continue cleaning these few dishes I have left, and then we're gonna move right along. Look, the dog's gone. So we just bought stuff from Amazon. Hey, where's the dog? All right. I'm always washing my hands. Oh, so I went to Aldi, and I had to return this pan. Now, I don't know, maybe you guys can help me with this. This pan, it's a Crofton brand pan, and Crofton is like one of their, I think it's like not their name brand, but it's definitely one of their brands. The pan, when I got it, I bought it, it's in a box or whatever. It has like a part that's like, it's not chipped, but it seems like it's missing. And I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if you can see. It's like a little dot, a tiny little dot. There's only one. The other thing is like something else. So I don't know if I can use this pan or if there's going to be like lead issues or what's happening, but it's such a good pan. And so I reached out to Crofton through the Aldi, website or whatever. I had my receipt. I had everything, which you should be hanging on your receipts if you have any warranties. I had the warranty card. I had the receipt, and then I had the like people, they emailed me and we were going back and forth. They're like, oh, they don't make that thing anymore. So basically, they just gave me my money back, which is really disappointing because Aldi is like, your money back and a free item guaranteed. But if they don't have the item in stock, then they can't do that. So it was really disappointing. because I really was hoping to get the same pot. So I think in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep using it. Like, I don't know that it's a chip. I don't know that it's gonna be toxic. I will look into it a little bit more. Maybe I'll just start using parchment paper inside to make sure that it's not leaching in. But for whatever it is, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. So I guess one of the other things that I noticed is that because I basically we got a new stove yesterday, I was able to make a decision, sorry, and sell my stove. I wasn't sure if I was going to sell it, give it away, or what I was going to do, but I decided to sell it. I made $100, which nobody knows, but I have like a little secret thing I'm doing with $100. Well, what I'm trying to do for the month, I'm trying to raise $1,000 every month, so I can be like, look, I have money coming in every month. Because I mean, at the end of the year, it'd be $12,000. Anyway, I just realized though, with selling off my old stove, that I use the bottom part for storage. So I think I need to clean out this new one and then figure out where I can put all these pans. They have a lot of big, heavy cast iron things, and that's really the biggest problem I have with cast iron is that I don't have a good storage solution yet. So, and I'm not going to buy something to help store it. Not yet, anyway. It's like when I dire straits is when I do that. So, for what it's worth, though, I think we're in a good position. So again, clean off all the dishes. This is very heavy pan. I really like it. It's just such a. Oh, there's tape down there. This is where it was last time. Okay, I think we're almost ready. You know the worst part about all of this? I don't have any cutting boards. I don't have any cutting boards. All my cutting boards are dirty, and I'm not gonna wash one right now because I guess I could wash one. Let's see. The matcha doesn't taste like soap anymore. So this is what people do on live. They just come on live and then YouTube just automatically like posts it. How cringy. If you're new here, and you are, I want you to know that I painted my house black with a can of paint, 2 cans of paint, 2 cans of black spray paint. It is not done well. It was a curiosity moment. Now, that also means that my floor is partially black from the mist of paint, and it's not actually filthy. I mean, it's kind of dirty right now. Probably is dirty because we had all this like movement and stuff. But I just want you to know that. So don't think I'm like a filthy animal. I'm not. Although all my cutting boards are over there. So let's see. No, I don't have any cutting boards over here. I don't have any. Okay, we're in a strange position, my friend. Ready to cook? Ready to go. Okay. Let's see. In case you haven't figured out, I am very tiny. I'm tall, 4'11". I only use brioche bread for French toast. So that's something you need to know if you're going to be making French toast with me. Brioche bread is the way to go. I buy mine at Aldi because it's so much more affordable than buying it at Jewel. Jewel has it for around $5, I think. And I believe Aldi has it for a little bit less. So like $3.50 or something, $3.80, something like that. So if you recall, this is where the dishes were. So I'm just wiping it down. I'm not even cleaning this area. Wiping it down. I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to wash a cutting board. See, the reason why the cutting boards are all stacked up is because I have so many of them. And I've decided that I was going to work with them, clean them all at the same time in the same way. And I was going to sand them down and put mineral oil and then like recoat them and stuff. And I have everything to do that. I have all the tools to do it. I just lack the time and ability. So in the meantime, as we're trying to scrounge up and collect as many people to come with us to all different platforms, that's the priority right now. But I do clean these thoroughly. I made chicken fajitas last night. So those fajitas they're really good, actually. They were very good. Probably could use a little bit more salt. But you can see this was on the floor, so I'm cleaning it like a crazy person because the floors are dirty. Well, any floor is dirty. But but also we had, you know, moved the stove and stuff, and we found 7 years worth of debris and things collected underneath, which I thought was pretty funny. I just realized if I did this right, I could literally just put all of my voiceovers into what is the thing? A podcast. I'm looking forward to podcasting. I look forward to doing it. I think I can hold a conversation with myself pretty well. Thank God for ADHD, right? Thank God for neurodivergence and the ability to speak at length about plenty of different things, because that's the way your brain works. And my husband's always like, oh, how did you get from point A to point B so quickly? And I'm like, B? That's not B. Like 7. Subtext 7. So anyway, as soon as this is done, I will be making the French toast. I will be cutting up everything. I will be getting everything together. If this is your first time making French toast, I go off of like a simple recipe that ChatGPT made for me, and I think it's pretty simple. Basically, 1 cup or 1.5 cups of milk. I do use about 2 tablespoons of flour because I want it to be more of a batter. I use 5 eggs, sometimes 4, depending on how much brioche bread I have. I use brioche bread. You know what? I think once you go brioche, you don't go back, because I've not been able to enjoy a piece of French toast that wasn't brioche. Like, I'm talking restaurants everywhere. Like, even here at home, I'm like, oh, just make it with the bread we have. Like, don't even bother. It's just not good. So that's something new I learned about myself. I'm real stuck up about my French toast now. And there's a thing, like, once you start making your own food and once you start really leaning into quality, higher quality items, like, I'll pay good money for something that I think is worth it. And then everything else, I don't care. So if it's something that I'm going to need, like, I have my stove or whatever, I'm definitely going to pay for my stove, because it's important, because I need it, and because I use it every day, and because if I want my life to be better, I have to do things that are better for it. So, there's that. But then there's also like, like, I don't care if it's name brand for whatever. I did care about my appliances being name brand, but I didn't make it name brand. Well, I did. It's just not. I wanted all my appliances to match, and unfortunately, that's not what we have going on here. So that was kind of sad. That was just disappointing a little bit. Oh, shit. Sorry, I swear a lot. And then I just made a bunch of mistakes all at the same time. So here we go. I didn't realize that this whole area was wet. But you know what's great about that? I get to mop the floor with a reason now, not just because it's dirty. Okay, there's that. Clean off my cutting board. I really need to grab that mop because it's like sopping wet down here. Okay, just it's fine. Ugh. There we go. Okay, we're gonna start with cutting up broccoli because I need to cut up the broccoli. And I could use a mini chopper. I do have a mini chopper, but I don't think I want to do that. Sorry, I need a minute to kind of remember where my appliances are. Everything has been moved around. So my daughter wanted lemonade this morning, and I am just the type to give her some. And we'll make it for that baby, because I love her, and I have the ability to. So with that said, I wish I knew where it was, because I can't find it. I can't see it. So there it is. Is that it? Sorry, appliances everywhere. It's such an American problem. Like, I have too many appliances. Again, once I go through, why are these in the wrong spot? Don't belong there. It's very upsetting. Sorry, and I say that because I just cleaned this entire area, and my husband, whom I love very much, has not figured out that things do not go in the spot where he keeps putting them. Sorry, that's my one time of throwing him under the bus. I don't throw my husband under the bus. He's a full-grown man. He doesn't need to be babied, and he's not a child. He doesn't need to be taught things. And I really hate when people throw their significant others under the bus. I think it's unkind and it's cruel. And why would people do that? So, anyway, I say that because I hear women talk badly about their husbands and refer to them as like children or I don't know, like just some of the things you hear people say. I'm like, dude, I would never talk about my husband like that. Like, I respect my husband, I love him. So, anyway, he still needs to get his shit together because he's definitely not putting things where they belong, and it's driving me insane. So, that's all I really have to say about that part. But I'm going to juice some lemons for this little girl today. And I'm going to wipe this off real quick. It's just been like there on the side. Just been sitting on in the cabinet for a little bit. Just rinse everything off. It's not dirty. It's not dirty. It might be dusty though. So better than giving her dusty lemonade. Gross. So it's really simple. I love this juicer machine, but again, I bought an attachment for my KitchenAid, which I do think will end up being up here on my countertop more than not from now on. As soon as I get this like fruit situation set up, I'm not going to show you and flip the camera around, but we have a lot of fruit, and this fruit situation is causing me to be, I'm not able to use the space efficiently because the fruit's taken over. So hang on a second. Hey baby, can you bring the dog in please? Thank you. Okay, so this is drying up nicely. I'm going to get my stuff together here. So I'm really worried about cross-contamination, so hopefully this doesn't get on anything. But this will be the first time I'm using this air fryer. I don't know anything about it. Air fry, 425. Let's go a little bit less. Let's go 400. It says you don't have to try hard for it. You don't have to do much for the air fryer. You don't have to preheat it or anything, which I don't think you should preheat an air fryer. That doesn't make any sense to me. But let me move some stuff out of the way. I'm really worried about like pork and stuff. So I'm going to just quickly put this bacon onto the tray, and then I'm going to throw it in there and hope for the best. I'm going to do smaller pieces, so I will cut this in half, and hopefully this will cook well and be out basically around the same time that my French toast is done. So I need to get your scissors. Sorry. Okay. I sound crazy, and the funny thing about all of this is that I can hear my feet on the ground, and it's driving me crazy. So anyway, we're cutting the bacon into strips. Let me see if I can move this camera a bit. So I'm cutting the bacon into strips. Now you can just put it in the oven anyway, like just put it in the oven, and that would be fine too. I recommend using parchment paper when you can, and when you don't, forget like I did. So bacon goes in half pieces. I'll probably flip them at some point too. I've not used this brand of bacon, so hopefully it's good. I don't know. It's just one of those things that you find at the store, just grab it because it's on sale. So I'm always kind of leery about sales, like sale items, sale meat, sale everything. Just because food poisoning and such. I have a very hard stance that I take on food poisoning. It doesn't belong in my life, doesn't belong in my house. So if it's something between like the refrigerator, maybe I had a piece of chicken in there for, 4 days, 3 days even, it goes in the trash. There's no salvaging. There's no reason for me to even play with it because the cost of wasting that piece of food in particular, it's not worth the food poisoning that we'd be getting at night. So I just would rather not, and I just don't. So I don't mess around with food. But this meat is good still. There was nothing to indicate that it wasn't. It doesn't smell bad or anything. It's just I had it in my fridge for more than a week, and it's weird because nothing really lasts in our fridge. So like it usually we eat it immediately, we use it immediately. So the fact that I don't like the amount of greases here to come out. You'll make tortillas. This is really fatty. Blech. I don't like that kind of bacon, the fatty kind. I'm going to put it on top of the other pieces so it doesn't burn the other pieces. Pieces with a little bit more meat. This is gross. This is disappointing. This is why I buy my bacon at Costco only, because Costco knows what's up. So I'm going to double layer this, or I'm going to layer this. So that way the fat will be rendered on top of the bacon, and then I'll be able to move things around and it'll get crispy and then it'll be amazing. So the air fryer is on. After this, I'm going to cut up my bacon, put it in a bowl, mix my eggs, and then the last thing I'll do is the French toast. Usually with French toast, it's pretty simple. Oh, I forgot to say, I also use cinnamon and I use sugar as well. So a couple tablespoons of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. Something you need to know about me is if I feel like my hands could potentially maybe not be clean, or if I didn't do a good enough cleaning, I will wash them a second time at the same time that I'm washing them the first time. So just random things that you get to learn about me, because you and I are new here. We are going to be friends, fast friends, I can tell. So again, if you guys haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and let's get this show on the road. I'm looking forward to building here on YouTube. I feel like YouTube is going to be the place that's going to be home for me, and I'll be like, oh, look, I fit right in. So I'm always like slightly discouraged when I see people have pages with hundreds of videos and nothing has happened, but I also think their engagement's probably a little bit off. And I feel like my engagement is usually pretty good, but that's usually because I'm speaking directly to people and not just doing interviews and stuff. Although I do have interviews I have to release, so that's going to be on my agenda of things to do. Like now that TikTok isn't taking up all of my mind and all of my brain space, basically get to just do whatever I want and use my time wisely and do cool things with it. You know, they said Ziploc bags can be reused. They say this, and then they list a bunch of ways that it cannot be reused. And I thought to myself, that's literally how I use it, though. So how does that work? So air fryer is up for, it's at 400. I don't know how to use this machine. So next up, a drink of my matcha, my everyday dose matcha. I no longer feel faint and weird like I did this morning. I don't know what's going on in my body. Freaked out of nowhere. So is that, or I'm running out of adrenaline because I'm on live. So this is just regular broccoli. I'm also very excited about this area is all messy because there's no place to put these things. Then that place is all messy because there's no place to put those things. And I haven't found a better way to do it. So I don't know what the answer is. I still don't know the answer. But what I was going to say is I got a new knife holder that goes on the wall. So the knife block can get the hell out of here. I don't need the knife block anymore. So that's exciting for me because it gives me an opportunity to just not have to worry about it. Oh no, I made a mistake. I don't know how much broccoli to use in my eggs. That's funny. Anyway, everything is slowly getting organized and everything is doing its thing while simultaneously doing homeschool with small children, which is kind of funny because, like, I don't know. I still think that the things I'm offering them are a lot better than the things that they are doing in school. And I hate to say that, but I just don't think life should be all academia. I think that I can give them a book that is worthwhile reading and that I can read with them and we can discuss and we can just learn together. Because in a lot of cases, I've forgotten like 90% of the things I'm teaching them. Teaching them about like geography and like regions, and it happened to be during like the hurricane season. I was like, oh yeah, that is considered the Northeast region of the United States. And yes, that is considered the Southwest. And that is the Midwest. Like we are Midwest. And it was cool because then we can go out and like travel and then they can see what the Midwest is. They can see everything. So it's cool. I love it. I love homeschool for what it is. This is the last time I'll be doing the broccoli like this. This is a waste of my time and I don't want to dirty my hands like this. This is gross. So anyway, this is just a very quick cut. I have a chopper that I'm going to use later that can do this for me that does not require this amount of prep. And then from here, I'm just going to put this in a little bowl, and then I'll add that to my eggs in a little bit. So it's moving along pretty quickly. I have no bowls. Huh. That's too big. The dishwasher's on, so, you know. Yeah, sorry. I lose my train of thought, and you'll hear it because I'll start to speak really slowly. But anyway. How are you this morning? How's your mental health? What's going on? Are you affected by the red note stuff? I am. The internet says that I'm supposed to ask questions to the people who are watching, so that is what I'm doing. You can literally just watch it. You do not have to interact. I do think you should interact, but just let me know you're not a bot. Do they have bots on here? I don't know what's happening. Okay, so that is broccoli. Broccoli is ready. My pan is ready. Time for French toast. eggs. So French toast, I'm just going to do a simple, like I said, a simple mix. It smells different in here. It's not ready. It's not even started.
What have you been doing this
Cleaning, girl.
What?
Well, it takes time. Oh, shoot. I dropped a bunch of broccoli. Mamas.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, cleaning mamas.
You actually been cleaning.
What? Give you a bath?
You've been cleaning this entire time.
No, I have been cleaning this whole entire time. And I just cut up the broccoli. I've been cleaning all the dishes that we didn't put in the dishwasher. And I've been cleaning the cutting board. And I've been cleaning the counter and the table. 4 eggs. It's not just. It's a lot still. Yes, baby.
Make the French toast
Girl.
right now. Second.
Well, I had to get the bacon ready. So the bacon's in the oven. Demanding children. Not really. They're actually really great. Anyway, so usually when I'm on live, I don't teach them things while I'm on live. Like usually I would try to get them to do something here with me as I'm cooking. Yeah, air fryer's working. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need an air fryer. I have 2 air fryers, dude. I don't think I'm gonna need them anymore. So that's fun. That's cool, new and exciting. Let's see what else. Oh my gosh, what if we lower the fridge and then just move the fridge? Sorry, my brain working. I would like to measure just because I feel like the last time I didn't measure and then it was kind of not great. So I always feel like it's too soppy or something's going on with my stuff. 1 cup. I just used 4 eggs this time. I'll do 3/4 of a cup. Okay. One of my little hacks that I talk about all the time on the other platforms is storage solutions. As I struggle desperately to close this, it's because of this. It doesn't go here. But one of the storage solutions that I use are basically just putting everything in jars. So I will showcase the amount of jars I have at some point. But in the meantime, I literally have no space for anything because this whole area is taken up with jars. So the worst part about it is when the dishwasher doesn't clean it right, and then it's kind of weird, and then it's not clean enough. So that's the thing that makes me angry. I have all the things in the world to be mad about. That's one. But one of the storage solutions I have is literally just this. And then I know, oh gosh, I really desperately need milk. Because if you see a gallon in there, you're not going to realize you need milk. You're going to think, oh, I have a gallon of milk. No, you don't. You do not have a gallon of milk. You have whatever milk is left over in that gallon container. That's just taking up space. You don't need to keep making the whole fridge use all the space. So, here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is moving right along very nicely. Milk goes in here. Where's my flour and my sugar? Again, not really measuring. What is going on with my body? It's just not doing well today. Weird. Sugar. It's about a tablespoon and a half. We're going to go ahead and use vanilla as well. Vanilla is one of my favorite scents and flavors that ever existed. And we'll use a lot. I don't know. Again, pouring in, it's probably a tablespoon. Probably a teaspoon, I'm sorry. Probably a teaspoon. And then from there, we're going to go to a little bit of flour. That's what I want. A tiniest amount of flour because I don't need very much. I just need a little bit to make it work how it needs to. I have a big giant 20-something pound bag of flour. So that's how much flour I'm using. I need a whisk. And then we're done. All right, so go fast. I also have a new, so on top of the new stove, sorry, I am literally feeling a bunch of symptoms in my body at the same time, and I'm trying my best not to let them affect this live. But I think, I don't know, I don't know what it is. So that's what it is. I have like shooting pain from here to here. Okay, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get off live. It was a good live. It was 40 minutes of live. My back hurts weird. I think I moved weird, but it hurts. So I'm gonna go. Okay, maybe my brow's too tight. Okay. French toast for whatever it is. We have a little bit of cinnamon sugar we're gonna add. I am just about to be out of cinnamon, I think. Look, it's passing. What the hell is going on in my body? Sorry, I really am slowing down here. Didn't mean to. Didn't mean for that to be the way I start my lives here on YouTube. It was a really weird pain though. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Cinnamon sugar. It's a cinnamon sugar blend that I made. And then from there, I'm just going to let it go and let it sit there for a minute. I'm going to mix with a whisk. And that is it. That's it. A very simple batter. Must make food for kids. That's it. And it's it. So I'm going to use a brioche. How I use it, just a regular standard brioche. I'm going to go ahead and also use a little bit of butter on the pan itself. My husband uses butter or oil. I'm going to use butter because I prefer butter at all times. That's what I prefer. I can hear the sizzling in the background for this. This air fryer seems to be working really well. I really like that. Damn it, what did I do? I feel very uncomfortable. Anyway, yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna make some eggs with the broccoli. So I think I'm gonna get off live just because I can move faster if I'm not trying to talk about everything I'm doing, maybe. But this, just a regular stick of butter, just using. Now I do have this really cool griddle thing that goes in the middle, but I've not used it and I'm not about to start using it right now on messy French toast. I'd rather be able to just like, I mean, I think you can even put it in the dishwasher, but for me, just where I am with learning how to use the stove and having so many things going on at the same time in terms of the air fryer being on in the oven, which is a new oven, and then also getting ready to make eggs, I want to make sure I'm not burning anything. So the best way for me to do that is to just do one thing at a time to the best of my ability, and that also includes not having a bunch of stuff on the stove that I don't know how to use yet, which is the griddle that I have. So I think that's it. We're done. We're ready. We're ready to go. This goes quick. This is just brioche bread. It'll go quickly, and however much batter I have will be what I use, and that's it. That's all I have. So cinnamon, sugar, cinnamon, sugar, 4 eggs, 3/4 cup of milk, and about a tablespoon of flour is what I used for this recipe. And that's it. We're done. So I guess I could do it. I guess I just keep pushing, right? Who am I if I'm not pushing? My husband says you're supposed to leave it there to like soak in a lot more, but I just don't like doing that because it's so gross and soppy. So these first 4 pieces will go right on here. Oh, it doesn't seem very hot yet. Maybe I should have put that. No, the flame's high. So I'll let them do their Dunkaroo. I never ate Dunkaroos as a kid, you know that? I can't believe I've been on live this long. But this is that I have the capacity to do live this long. That's wild to me. Let's see. There we go. What's going on in my body? Freaking out, guys. Let it be known. I went down working as hard as I could. All right, making a mess too. Hopefully, new comal, new stove, everything's level. Hopefully, this will be great. So I'm gonna try letting that sit there for a minute or two. I'm gonna look to see if I have something to mix this stuff in. I have some. I'm referring to tongs. I need a pair of tongs. I've been trying to get rid of and change out all of my appliances and everything that I don't need, like get rid of things. Also, that includes some of the other tools I have. So I would say for an air fryer, This looks fantastic. This looks beautiful. I really wish I was able to take a picture right now because I can't take a picture right now, but I wish I could because that would be a really nice picture to take. Maybe I'll get better at streaming in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and just move this around, which this is exactly what I said was going to happen. Some of these things were going to be protected by the fat that is that's on top of it. So other things are going to be burnt and weird. I definitely feel like part of this oven, like part of this, either something is leaning or something is happening still that is causing the fattiness to go on one side only. So I'm going to move this around and try not to burn myself because there's a lot of fatty and delicious lard that is occurring right now. So something I do that people shouldn't do probably is I put this straight into the oven and I basically treat it like a heater so it can dry off because I wash my hands so much. Okay, that's all I was going to do with that. I'm going to flip. Let's see how this works. So these are, what I was saying is I was changing out all the utensils and all the tools I have in the kitchen. I just switched over to these like teak. These are Muez spoons. I don't know, but I've not used them. I've not used them yet, or spatula. So I'm trying to do everything at once. Oh, it works pretty well. Seems like it's okay. Definitely feel like I have to adjust my flame a little bit. Just a little bit. That worked really well, actually. That was pretty nice. So I'm going to put this over here, get it out of the way. And then I mentioned I would do the broccoli, egg, and cheese eggs very soon. That will actually be sooner than I think I realized. Very simply, I'm just using whatever I have on hand. So that's one of the things that I also preach about a lot is using what you have on hand, doing what's manageable. That's always what I talk about because I think it's important for people to remember that they are human beings and that they cannot go above and beyond for themselves, for anyone else, unless they're going above and beyond for themselves. So if you cannot manage life, and if things are difficult and hard, then obviously you need to take a break. And you need to take care of yourself. You need to do it in a way that is good and healthy and sustainable. You need to be able to sustain your lifestyle. I just don't know where my heart is. I always think I'm having a heart attack or something as big is happening because my body starts freaking out. And this is the first time I feel kind of a little bit weird to where I'm like, do I go to the doctor? I don't think these are heart attack symptoms, but you never know. You never know. So as soon as I'm done cooking breakfast, I don't have any immediate anything going on, I will go to analyze whether I need to go to a doctor. I won't even commit to going to the doctor. So I do have a really cool spoon rest. It came with a nice spoon rest, so that's nice. Put that over there. There you go. Nice. Everything's nice. Okay, we're almost done here. This is going to be really quick and easy and simple. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going on. And I'm going to go. So I guess, I keep wanting to show you the French toast, but basically it's done. Basically. This is the French toast I promised you from the beginning. So the bacon is also coming out, and the eggs are not for the little ones, so it doesn't matter if you guys see those. And you've already seen the process. You just scramble some eggs and put a little bit of seasoning. I did get really cool. I just turned 40. My birthday was just the other day, and I did get this really cool salt shaker and pepper combo. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. That's it. Like, I'm not adding any other seasoning, just broccoli, egg, salt, and pepper. That's it. And then for this part, I'm going to go ahead and grab all of my French toast. And as a kid, I worked at Little Caesars, and one of the things they told you or taught you was do not ever let anyone catch you touching your face while you're making food or while you're preparing food. And so since then, I've been really crazy about it, and I'm always, always, always super hyper aware of when I'm doing something like that. So I just touched my earring, and I felt that I did that. I'm very aware of it. I don't know if this is autism. I mean, like the rules are rules, you know? So it would be really interesting to find out if I'm autistic later on. Let's see, turn that off. That's great. The air fryer works fantastic in the oven. I'm going to probably say I can easily get rid of my other two air fryers. I don't need them to be taking up all the space. And I also don't want their toxic gas chemicals here. I put a little bit more butter. See, you touch my hair to wash my hands again. It's a weird thing. It's such a weird thing. That might be autism. I'm not sure. Um, I'm really wondering if this little pain is going to pass. You know, it's the weirdest thing. They talk about heart attack symptoms in women being different from men, that you will have pain in your back. How do I know where my back is? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I will take that cayenne pepper if I need to. That was the Barbara O'Neill thing. She said if you're having a heart attack, to make sure you take cayenne pepper. But I don't feel sick or any of the other symptoms, so that's kind of a problem. I never identify. Anyway, I'm here with the last few pieces of French toast that are going in. I'm going to do this over here because that way I can just get this on the stove quicker. And I have to say, you know, having a nice new stove that's nice and clean makes me want to keep it nice and clean. It's the strangest thing in the world to actually want to keep things clean. Sorry, you guys didn't need to hear me cough. But this will be it. We'll be done very soon. It's all coming together. I do have this heat a little high, so I'm going to actually adjust that. But, you know, one time I was at this thing called Wing Wars. I lived here in Chicago, and we were in a neighborhood called Garfield Ridge. And there's something called Wing Wars. And what it was basically a bunch of companies that got together, and they sell wings for restaurants in the area. You buy a ticket, you try 2 wings from each of the places. They give you like a traditional buffalo, and then they give you another one, which is like whatever their specialty is. When we did that, I saw somebody who their husband went back to their store or their restaurant, ran back over there to get more wings because they had run out of whatever buffalo ones. And I saw this lady like digging her very long nail in her ear and like really going at it. And I was like, ugh. So I was not happy to eat the food because I'm like, girl, if you're doing that right now and you're serving the food, this is not my idea of a good time. That's for damn sure. So these are a little bit darker, a little bit crispier, if you will, for French toast. These are burnt. So the butter, the flame was way too high. I put it too high. That's my bad, guys. That happens sometimes. So it happens. It happens. So I'm gonna open up this back door because it's getting a little bit smoky and a little bit condensation-y on the window. And that's it. So we're done. We're done. I'm gonna make eggs and then I'm gonna go lie down or go to a doctor. Have a good day.